Hi everyone, it's Mike Riley here with you again, and it is Wednesday, March 25th, and the landscape for federal and provincial relief for individuals and businesses continues to change rapidly. The landscape is shifting about as quickly as the news on COVID-19 across the country and across the globe. The federal government announced today a consolidation of their programs for individuals. The ink is still not dry on that yet, so we're going to delay commenting on that until tomorrow. And I'm going to just give you a highlight of some of the provincial benefits that are available for business continuation. This is something that's really close to my heart as a business owner myself, and also as a Chamber of Commerce member here in the West Shore of British Columbia, wanting to make sure that when we get through this, that businesses are able to survive and then thrive afterwards, and that employees are in a position to be able to come back to work again. So, um, one of the first things, and this is just the provincial, and this is part of a $2.8 billion program that they have in place. Just making sure I got my notes. Good, I do. $2.8 billion, and this is the initial approach to this. I expect that there may be some subsequent announcements and maybe some industry specific as well. But the first that's important to know is the work sharing program has been extended. So if you are an employer or an employee in a work sharing situation, normally that is a 38-week program of work sharing. You have to be eligible for employment insurance. If you'd like to know some more about what work sharing is, I'm happy to answer those questions, but this is directed at individuals and businesses who are currently in that role now. Normally, it only lasts for 38 weeks, but that's now been doubled to 76 weeks. So the intent there is to allow individuals who are not working full time or employers who want to keep people at least having some partial employment then supported through the EI process, working through a longer period of time because we do expect that this is going to be an impact for longer. So that's the work sharing. Um, the next is the tax remittance. So tax remittance for your provincial taxes that you're collecting at businesses, that has been extended until September 30th. And that is for things like the employee health tax, the EHT, the motor fuel tax, any of the carbon taxes, provincial sales tax, which are collected, municipal and regional district tax, and the tobacco tax. So keep in mind, this is just a delay until September 30th for this. So this is money that you are collecting in your businesses, and what the government is doing is letting you keep it in hand now with the um, so you can use it for ongoing business activities, just to see you through this immediate shortfall. But you will have to remit that by September 30th, at least at this point. So just like I tell my individual clients that credit is not a source of liquidity, this is not additional funds to in your business. This is money that you will eventually have to remit to the provincial government, but they are extending that deadline until September 30th. And then also the property tax. So there is a 50% reduction in property taxes for the provincial school tax portion for businesses. So this is for an individual business that owns their property. They're being their property tax, the provincial school portion is cut by 50%. Now, I know there's lots of businesses that don't own their own and they rent. The intent is that the landlord will pass those savings on to you if you rent space as a retailer or consultant who rents office space. Um, right now, I'm not aware of any mechanism to ensure that that's the case, but the intent is for landlords to be able to afford to reduce the rent so that businesses can stay rather than closing down. And if we look at it practically, it's easier to keep someone renting in your place, even if it's for less money than normal, rather than have it empty for months and then try and get somebody to fill it down the road. So I can completely understand why that's the case. So that's the property tax 50% reduction for businesses. Um, a couple others to know about. The first is that the carbon tax increase has been canceled. That was going to come through later this spring. Provincial government is not going to do that at this point. Good decision. And then there's a deferral of the PST charges to some of the e-commerce and sweetened beverages. That was slated to come in as well. That's now been delayed and will be reviewed in September. So that's all part of $2.8 billion provincially. There is a federal program as well. It is also in flux right now. So I'll give you some information on that. If you are a business owner and you'd like to know more about that, or how being able to benefit from these programs may keep you in business and make sure that when the COVID-19 crisis has passed, that you're in a solid position and able to move forward. I'm happy to answer those questions. You can call me 250-516-5758. My email, Mike.Riley at freedom55financial.com. You can reply to wherever you've seen this, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook or LinkedIn. And hopefully this has been valuable to you. The previous 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, we talked about some of the individual benefits that are there. And so if you've missed that, please click on those and get that information as well. Hopefully everybody's staying healthy and their families are safe, and we're all staying home and making the most of this very strange time. And we'll all get through this. And in the fall, it will seem like something we can look back on and hopefully remember with a smile. So until tomorrow, have a great day.